dudes, and welcome to another episode of Whatcha Playing? Creepy face ensued. What? I haven't made one of these in a while because, as I've said on prior videos, I've been diseased with the PlayStation experience disease that passed around and infected millions. I'm still not totally with it. Then again, I never really have been. Anywho, so I'm back and I'm feeling healthy enough to put makeup on, straighten my hair, and drink alcohol, which I have over here, and I'll show you briefly. I'll just show you right now. Are you ready? I'm out of whiskey, so I'm drinking Uller. Uller, the peppermint schnapps. Ugh. I mean, it's not bad, but it's kind of festive, so I'm just rolling with that. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about what we've been playing. Oh, ooh, that'll clear up the sinuses. I think the most exciting news I have is that I finally finished Final Fantasy VII. That's like a tongue twister. Really excited about that. I put about 50 hours into the game, and no, I did not fight the additional bosses. I did not get Knights of the Round. I did not do all the chocobo breeding. I know I'm a monster. Sue me, it's terrible. I'll go into this a little bit later when I'm gonna do an actual review, so I'll talk about this more in depth in the actual review, which will come out hopefully like soon after this video. I just don't have the time, unfortunately. Final Fantasy VII was what I'm considering to be like a leisure game for me. It's something I play while I walk on the treadmill, and I do it for a couple hours a day, and it's really enjoyable, but I have my other titles like Final Fantasy 15, Dishonored 2, Titanfall 2, like games I really need to get to I need to get to in order to stay caught up with the industry, blah blah blah. Someday I really do want to go back to Final Fantasy VII and like experience all it has to offer, but I just don't have the time right now. But overall thoughts, it's a fantastic game and I totally get the hype. I completely understand why people are so obsessed with it. I'm not ready to say whether or not it's better than Final Fantasy IX. I have a lot of nostalgia associated with Final Fantasy IX, so it's hard to separate. Do you know what I mean? Like, so for those of you who played Final Fantasy VII back in the day when it first came out, I completely can see how you would have so many nostalgic ties to a phenomenal game. Even I think it even holds up today. Almost 20 years later, right? So it's hard for me to say which game is better because I think I'm so clouded by nostalgia. But anyway, maybe I'll play Final Fantasy IX again so I can like. Okay, I totally derailed. Final Fantasy VII, great game, loved it. Thumbs up, would recommend. Speaking of Final Fantasy, I've also been playing Final Fantasy 15. I put about 52 hours into it. I'm taking my sweet time with it. I just did an unboxing video a couple days ago. Whenever this video comes out, it'll be, I don't know, I can't tell you when this video will come out, so I can't tell you how long ago it was. But it came out on Monday, which was yesterday in my time. So anyway, I talked about Final Fantasy 15 a little bit in there, but I'm really digging it. I'm really, it's forming a bond with the characters, and things are starting to happen, shit is starting to go down, so it's interesting now to see kind of the darker side of everything. Not everything is all happy and road trippy anymore. It's like shit's getting real, and I think you're seeing some sides of these characters that you haven't seen before. So that's interesting. The story is, it makes sense, like 90%, and then there's like a 10% where I'm like, why did that happen? Why did those people do that? I don't understand. Who is this person? But yeah, I would recommend that one also. If you haven't played it yet, you should. It's good. That rhymed. And now that I'm finished with Final Fantasy VII, my next leisure game is Legend of Dragoon. I've never played this one either, but it's one of those games that I somehow wound up with like literally 6 or 7 copies of and a copy of the player's guide. And I have some sealed copies, and for whatever reason, I just never played it growing up. A lot of you have told me that it's one of your favorite games that you've ever played. Some of you have even said it's your favorite JRPG, your most favorite JRPG, which is awesome, and I'm really excited to be playing it. I think I've put about 4 or 5 hours into it. So far, I'm liking it. It's fun. I'm interested to see more of the characters and kind of like what they're all about, and kind of see like the relationships between them, like bloom and blossom, because right now it seems pretty like short, sweet, to the point. There's not a lot of personality there, but I'm sure that's going to change as the story goes on. The thing about Legend of Dragoon that I'm still kind of getting used to is the combat. I think they're called additions. Is that what they're called? It's where you have to press the button at the right time, and then if you string enough along, you get good combos. That's okay. I don't mind that part so much, but the combat just seems kind of slow. Like, I'm used to Final Fantasy VII where it's like random encounter, then brrr, everyone's showing, oh my god, X, 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 X. And then, you know, the fight goes and then you're done. But with Legend of Dragoon, it's like, okay, let's do like a little intro screen. Now everything's panning around. And then we're all going to wait a few seconds between everyone's turn. And then we're going to go and fight. And then it just kind of drags on. Not to mention, the experience point distribution is really small and like scattered. And what I mean by that is like, you'll get 20 experience points for a fight. But then that means every person only gets like 6.5 points. You know what I mean? So that's kind of shitty because leveling is kind of slow, and I love like grinding in RPGs. I like feeling a little overpowered. But anyway, only about 4 to 5 hours in, so I can't judge too much, but those are just my initial impressions. Finally, I've been playing a lot of Earthbound lately. It's been really fun to revisit that one. I just kind of got an inkling to play it. It's kind of like, Earthbound to me is comfort food, so it's always fun to revisit all the towns and experience the story, and enough time has gone by where some of it it's still like, oh yeah, I forgot that happens, and that's really fun. If you guys have not played Earthbound, for the love of God and all that is holy, please play Earthbound. Earthbound. Can you see my little shrine up there? You can't really see it that well. It's my favorite Super Nintendo game ever made, so you guys should totally play it. It's on the Wii U Virtual Console. Yeah, emulate it if you have to at this point. I don't fucking care, but buy it if you can, but emulate it if you have to. It's so good. Is that all I have been playing? All I've been playing? That's quite a bit. That's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, one more game I have been playing, kinda. Have you guys heard of a game called Shove It? Anyone? I posed this question to Twitter last night. Only like one person had heard of it. Anyway, I'm playing it on Genesis. I'm sure it came out on other consoles, but it's called Shove It, and it's a block pushing game where you have to get like the blocks on like little white dots, and you have to like rearrange them properly, and you get a certain amount of not a certain amount of steps, but after you like push a block too much and you get it stuck in a corner, you have to like restart the whole puzzle over again. And it's kind of fun, kind of retro, something chill. Don't ask me how I came across that. It's a story. But anyway, yay! Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you let me know what you've been playing below and what your thoughts are on whatever you've been playing. Please keep things spoiler free for all of the eyeballs that will look upon your comments. Alright dudes and dudettes. Wow, we're back in the 70s or whatever. Okay, love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye. Awkward outro. Done.